Hello, my name is Carter. I'm a computer science student and I'm using Rust, or I've used Rust in the past, and I wanted to present some of the benefits and some drawbacks of using the Rust programming language for software development. Rust was originally created by Gray and Hoare in 2006. So this was someone working at Mozilla, and Mozilla, as you know, are the creators of Firefox, and this project was sponsored by them, and later on his project grew into a massive open source project, community developed project that you can actually look at publicly on GitHub. So it's open source. So that's what open source means. It's just community driven. So Rust has a bit of a quirk in terms of language design. It's not like a normal language. With normal languages, you kind of have to make a trade-off between memory safety and performance. So high-level languages like Python or JavaScript, they have not as much performance, but they're generally safer to use. Well, with Rust, it's a little more explicit and it's a little more complex, but it's also memory safe and performant by default. So that's why it's one of the best languages to use right now in terms of performance and safety. So, and hey, this is the mascot for Rust. It's called Ferris, and it's a crab. And Rust is actually one of the most admired programming languages right now. Out of all the prominent programming languages, it's the most loved, most admired. This data is from a Stack Overflow developer survey. Stack Overflow is just a website where programmers can ask questions about various programming problems, and it's very popular. It's a very popular site. So with other languages, right, there's these vulnerabilities, there's these memory unsafety. C is a memory unsafe language. It has comparable performance to Rust, but we'll see with these examples. There's a bug called a use after free memory bug, and it's notorious in languages that are unsafe, and Rust and C handle them differently. So with C, you don't have to worry about the code or how it works. You just have to know that this statement right here is a function call, and it means to free the memory. Okay, so your program can free memory, and that just means, okay, I'm done using this memory for whatever purpose I was using it for. I can't use the memory again. I can't access it again. But in C, you actually can access it again, even though you did free it. You gave it back to the operating system, and this will cause a memory leak. So C has no guardrails. It has no rules, but it gives you full control, and it's very performant. Rust, on the other hand, doesn't allow you to do this. So this would be the same sort of code, but in Rust. However, this code doesn't actually compile. So technically it's not Rust code because it doesn't actually run, but it would be, this is what the syntax would be similar in Rust. So as you can tell, Rust really focuses on safety, and it's embedded in the language. So there is no issues with that. And that's also why in 2022, the US government endorsed memory safe languages, including Rust, because there were so many security vulnerabilities because of these memory bugs in other languages. So that's just another reason why you should give Rust a try. So Rust isn't without its downsides, of course. One of the trade-off that was made between performance and safety was complexity. So while Rust is performant and safe, it's also more complicated to write because you have to make sure you're following all these rules. And because of that complexity, it's also been slower to adopt than other languages because it takes a lot of onboarding to get developers to use it properly. And that also means it has a smaller ecosystem because, again, there's not as much Rust code being developed. All right, and that's everything I have for you guys today. I hope you guys give Rust a shot, and if you learn anything, that's excellent as well.